Hey guys, welcome back to RC Video Reviews. It's time to Maiden the Saber. I didn't do a build review on this plane because I have so little to tell you. It just doesn't warrant a full build review. What I will say is I was right about the decals. It's a lot of work putting the decals on. The only advice I can give you on that is use a water and soap solution, spray the surface down, lay the decal, move it out where you want it, and then squeegee the soap and water out from underneath and let it dry. If you don't do that, I guarantee you this is going to be impossible. So definitely use soap and water. The other thing, the tail wheel, I don't know what's going on with these little EPO planes, but the tail wheel on this thing is pretty bad. It fell off very easy, so just be aware. I did some CA work on this thing, and hopefully that'll hold it for a while. If not, I'm probably just going to convert that to a skid. The only other bit of information I have relates to the front end of the motor. They do give you an extended 3mm compression collet and shaft. You actually need it on this plane. I don't know if you can see by the video, but the motor is recessed quite a bit into the cowl, so that's why you need that extension. Then as far as the battery goes, they give you like no help arranging this battery inside, and what I mean by that is there's no Velcro and there's not a good place to put it. So what I wound up doing is I measured out where I want my battery for CG, and then I took a couple of pieces of fiberglass and put them as stoppers front and back. The canopy will hold the battery down, so I'm not worried about that. And then once I'm convinced the CG is okay, I'll glue those in. Right now they're just laid into the foam. That's all I did, and they pop out real easy. And then my ESC is down there, and then I'm using the FlySky FS-iA6B receiver. So 6 channels, that way I've got an option to add reflex if I want to this plane later. That's it. Other than that, this plane went together real easy. Just hot glue, take your time on the decals, and have at it. So let's Maiden it. All right guys, I'm going to do one more control system check. I expect up elevator, and I've got it. I expect right. Ooh, glad I did that check. It's going the wrong way. The aileron's going the wrong way. That's easy to reverse, so I'll do that, and then the rudder is going the correct way. So, see? There you go. And you know I did the time putting this together, right? Okay, now the ailerons are going in the right direction. Okay, I think for the Maiden I'm going to go ahead and use middle rates to take off. So I'm using the GeForce E400 in this plane, and I'm using some generic 9-gram Tower Pro servos. All right, no wind, so it's my choice. I'm going to just go ahead and take off left or right. So here we go, taking off. I took some action on that elevator. Sorry I'm not talking, but the elevator needed a lot of help right away. As far as the center of gravity goes, the book calls for 92 millimeters plus or minus 5. So I just split the difference. I think I have it set at like 94. Well, there we go. Seems to be flying straight and flat now.
That's a lot better. It was a little squirrely takeoff, I thought.
Yeah, it definitely pitched up right away.
Of course, we did just all of a sudden get a little wind coming.
Yeah.
It's coming from the south.
I'm using a 1300 milliamp hour battery in this. The book says it can go up to 2200, but I think for this small of a plane, I think that's too much. All right, I'm going to go inverted and see what happens. Ooh, it's very neutral. It looked like a climb. That wasn't the plane's fault, that was mine. Even on these low rates, I need to add more expo. Definitely need to add more expo. Oh wow, yeah. It's definitely very, very neutral, inverted.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it is. That is a good thing. It's a little pitch sensitive, but that's probably my thumbs. I'm gonna do the yaw test. I'm gonna go straight up, kill the power, and see which way it drops. That was actually pretty neutral. Very good. I don't have any complaints about that.
I'd say that's pretty impressive because I don't think I've ever had a plane that was neutral on its maiden flight when I went inverted.
Yeah.
And then even the yaw, I usually have to add a little rudder, something to correct the yaw. So I'd say that's a positive on this model.
I would agree. Trying to get, you know what I'm trying to do, right? I'm trying to get that knife edge and see, because that MX2 flies a real nice one.
Oh, you're breaking your cardinal rule.
I am breaking the rule, aren't I? Chris just busted me. He's like, hey man, it flies. Aren't you supposed to land the plane? Shoot some approaches? He's not wrong. I was also on mid rates. No, low rates. I was on low rates. Probably explains why I was having problems with the control. I'm going to do a loop just because that verifies whether or not the airframe is straight. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty straight.
Not bad.
Yep. All right, it's time to do some approaches, check everything out. Chris is not wrong about that. Very pitchy. I need more expo. Even on low rates, I need more expo. The cool thing about these little light 3D planes is that they get so slow that you can almost just pick your spot. You don't like what you see, just go around.
Yeah.
Man, that's definitely, you see how pitchy that is?
Oh, that was not bad, John.
Not bad. Oop. Look at the wheels just kind of skittering there.
Well, I did notice they are small. I don't know if that has a play on it on our runway.
Yeah, I don't know. They might just be a little bindy. I might have to hit them with some graphite or something. Well, there's the Maiden on the Saber. Let's get it back on the table and wrap this one up. All right, guys, I just completed the Maiden on the Saber, and overall I'd say it flew okay. I mean, I have a little bit of tuning to do on my controls, and I know somebody's going to jump in and bust me on my OpenTX tuner setup because I didn't apply it, so I didn't put my expo on a slider. I'm going to have to do that. It's a good trick. I'm going to have to do that.
Well, it's new. You forgot.
Yeah.
I mean, you got all these nice bells and whistles now, and you're not used to that.
Yeah, I didn't even think when I set up the radio to put in that configuration where I got expo on a slider. That would have been perfect for this.
Yeah.
Because I would have used it. Yeah.
Of course, you know, it's a Maiden too, you know.
Yeah.
So you're going pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I think when I get home I'll go ahead and put that configuration on there.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I want to work on is adding the reflex, because I didn't add the reflex for the ailerons, but I do want to add that because I think for flying in that slow Harrier, the slow speed flight down the runway, that's useful and could be useful in knife edge, because while I shouldn't have been doing it, I was kind of messing around a little bit, and I think I need to do a little tuning on that. But I mean, overall, little expo on the elevator, that's all I really need to do, and it felt pretty good. I'd say it felt pretty good.
Yeah, I think that this is also being a good overall over-rounded plane, you know, where you do a little sport, do 3D. It has that nice look to it. It looks like it would perform well in both instances, you know.
Just generic sport flying, and then...
Yeah, and then when you're going to get crazy, you know.
Turn the rates up and go nuts.
Right. Get wild.
All right. All right, guys. Well, that's all I've got on the Saber 920. I hope you enjoyed the series, the first look. I didn't do the build video because, honestly, there just wasn't enough to tell you about there. For what there was of it, I hope you enjoyed the review and the Maiden on the Saber 920. This is available at Value Hobby. This is the kit version. I got mine for 50 bucks. And they do have a PNP version, a little more expensive, but I think the kit version is a better value if you source your own equipment. And I am using the GeForce E400. I was supposed to be getting a motor from altitude hobbies, but I hadn't heard from them after the initial communication, so I don't know what's going on.
Is that original nose cone?
Yeah, that came with the kit.
Plastic?
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
I know, because I
don't like plastic.
see Chris watches the videos, he knows. I take those off, but it balanced okay.
That's good.
So
That's
I didn't.
saying something. That really is.
Yeah, that's nice. And then the FlySky receiver, that's a big win. I'm telling you, on these multi-protocol radios, I can switch it up. That thing cost me $11, so nice cheap 6-channel receiver. So that's what that's very cool to be able to switch. And I did get an orange V3 RX with stabilizer bound to the radio as well. So I'll put a video up on that soon. But yeah, very cool to have that multi-protocol option on this Radio Master TX16S. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, your subscription would be very much appreciated. For those of you who already subscribe to the channel, you know I appreciate your engagement. Keep up the comments, share, thumbs up, and check out my affiliate links in the description. If you need any RC gear, I've got a pretty good list going there. That's all I've got for today. Take it easy.